All right, let's see here. Let's go over to YouTube real quick just to let you guys know if you are. I could just click on this. If you're fishing Owensboro, I just posted our virtual captain's meeting literally 27 seconds ago, so go ahead and go watch that. But I haven't looked at fish in like 10 days plus, so let's go. If anyone's curious, if you're new to the scene or just want to see what my process is, I'll show you the true process on some of the fish I submitted this month, and then we'll go over some other people's fish. We'll just do a live fish by fish judging, and I'm going to show you everything behind the scenes on my fish. I will only show you the fish for other people and how I judge based on orientation, etc. And yeah, so let's just go through this. So we'll go to tournaments. I was in, let's do the Fleagle Electric slot tournament. So this is your 10 best fish up to but not breaking 30 inches. First things first, get to the actual tournament, April. So here's all the scores. It looks like this gentleman's in first right now. These are just tentative scores. There's no guarantee all these are going to be the final score. Also, don't forget we still have about 4.5 hours of fishing today. People could be, it's beautiful out. People could be fishing right now. So first thing I will do is I used to not use the courthouse, but now I do. So I'm going to go to courthouse, and see all these. This is going to take me behind the scenes on their fish that are currently on the leaderboard. So first thing I'm going to do is click on my name. Now this is great. You see how all my fish that are currently on the leaderboard, they're in order, biggest to smallest. I can come down here, I zoom in, I make sure. So H49K, that's the term identifier, H49K. I hope you guys can see it. I used my dumb butt used the worst color marker. I used bright orange for whatever reason, but it's visible for me. I can see it. Let's see. Is the fish clearly bumped? Yes. Is it right side down, left side up? Yes. Is it 25.75 inches? 25.7. So this fish is good. Next thing I do, I scroll down a little bit. It shows me where I submitted it from. So this is the current fish I'm looking at right here. These are other fish I submitted that day. This is stuff I'm not showing you on anyone else's screen but mine. My fish, I don't, they're channel cats on Rocky Fork. I could care less if you see where I caught these. But I'm going to show you, this is the whole process. So this shows me I caught it on a legal body of water. If this tournament was on Rocky Fork itself, I know for a fact this fish is good. Um, let's say I wanted to scroll out. You can't do it in the in this view, but there's other views where I can scroll out as far as I want, and I can see, the entire country and where you submitted all your fish from. So if I suspect you submitted something from a pay lake, I could zoom in on where you took the picture and or submitted it from. And if I don't see a body of water there, or if I see a body of water that's a pay lake there, you are banned for life. Um, but yeah, so that's all there is to it. So yeah, we're just gonna go through my fish here. That's approved. Boom. And another thing you can do on this app, which is great, is you don't even have to click on approve on every single one. You can just go judge every single fish that's on the leaderboard. And then I can go into configuration. I can scroll down here and then hit set all entries official, and it will automatically set every single fish official. That's what I normally do. I normally wait for the first day after the month, go in, I judge every fish just by their picture, and then I click on the entries map. Give me 1 second. I'm scrolling out here. Okay, I'm going to scroll way far out here so you can only see so much. So you see, this is the entries map. As I scroll in, it will tell me exactly where each picture was taken and submitted. I'm not scrolling in on purpose, so you guys don't see, you or whatever. You could see someone fishing Kansas, Ohio. That's the Washington D.C. area, etc. So yes, you can see here that everyone fished in the United States. And as I zoom in, I don't have to technically look at every single individual picture because this tells me where every single picture was submitted. If anything looks questionable, I can go and click on that picture and find that specific submission and I'll be fine. But I won't zoom in any farther than that just because I'm not going to give anyone's positions away. But yeah, let's go over this one. 25 inches. Boom. We're bumped. What's up? What's up, Clint? We're bumped. Right side down, left side up. H49K. I said it was 25. There's no air between the line and that 25 inches. This one is getting approved. All right, these are the boring fish. These are the small fish. Let's go to the fun fish. They're not boring fish, but like we're not going to do a bunch of my 25 inches. Let's go to the big fish tournament, the National Open month long. Okay, boom. Let's see here. It looks like Stan 3's first with 210. That's a good score for 5 fish. Dave McKinley, that's a solid score for Ohio, Kentucky. Same thing with Brandon Hunter. John Higgins is in 4th. Andrew Green in 5th. Let me pull it over here real quick because I want to pull up the first submission. There's another way you can judge fish. So I just want to make sure whatever the way I judge it isn't giving anything away behind the scenes. I don't believe anything's going to be given away behind the scenes doing it this way, so I feel safe. All right, let's go to Stan 3's first big fish. So our identifier is, let's go back to the tournament home. When you're not doing it through the courthouse, the identifier doesn't always show up at the top of the picture. So we'll click on View Identifier, 6XME. So that's the identifier. So when we go down here, 6XME has to be in every single photo. So we will click on Manage Entry. So you didn't see anything there. So we're looking for 6XME. It's right there. And so people who are curious, this is open to bank, boat, or kayak. Our national month-longs are open open to all of them. Is the fish bumped? It's clearly bumped. Is it right side down, left side up? It is. The whole fish is in the picture. He's claiming it's 47.75. Let's see here, 47. Here's the half inch. There's the 0.75. It's clearly touching the line at the 0.75. So I'm not going to scroll down and hit approve while he's on the screen because that gives away a little. It really doesn't give away a little bit. I would have been fine showing that. And then back. It shows the submission location. It doesn't show the picture location, though. So same thing, 41.75. Let's go into this one. Manage entry, 41.75. 6AME, right side down, left side up. Clearly bumped. He's claiming it's 41.75. I am seeing it at 41.75. Everything looks good here. I'll pull it off screen real quick while I go hit approve, and then I will come back. All right, we'll go down to the next fish, 39.5. Let's go check out 39.5. 6ME, clearly bumped, right side down, left eye up. 39.5, let's see here. That's clearly touching the 0.5, so I'm going to go and approve this fish. Let's move on to the other gentleman in the tournament, Dave McKinley. Let's do yours next. Oh, and another thing, what we have to do is, now I can tell a little easier. You guys can't exactly see. These are, days and days and days apart. If fish were submitted on the same day or near the same length or near the same time, I'm doing a little more of a scrutiny, like 41.75 and 41. On my own free time and 40.75. On my own free time, I'm going to scrutinize these fish a little more. Actually, why not just do it right now while we're on, since I'm showing you guys the whole process. So this is a 41 incher, and let me go grab his other one. When fish are submitted on the same day and or submitted in the same general area, I do a deep dive. So this is a 40.75. I do a deep dive. Is it the same fish? So we're looking for one, this fish is a blimp. The head, you can look at the tail. We're looking for specific markings on this fish. All right, so underneath the fin right there, and this is why we have them all right side down, left side up, is for, we're looking for markings on the fish. So it has this little crease on there, bulgy eye bulb, a little indent right there. All right, so we have a lot of identifying marks. Now let's go to his next fish. Now I normally pull this up on 2 monitors at the same time. I unfortunately don't have the luxury of showing you it side by side the same way I can. But for instance, so this little red mark, this mark under the fin, that mark don't exist. That mark don't exist right here. This fish clearly has had some battery. Down here, he has a messed up tail, a really messed up tail. Let's see here. This fish, I don't see anything on the tail. It has different markings. It doesn't have that sliceage right here. This time, what the time of the day, time of day looks similar. but I am pretty confident these are not the same fish. Like, they don't even look remotely close. This fish's eye isn't bulged. This fish's eye clearly has a little bit more of a bulge. Someone may argue that, hey, so he took this picture at 1:17 a.m. and he took this picture. No, he submitted this at 1:17 a.m. and he submitted this at 12:10 a.m. One could argue, maybe he had it out of the water, or, had it in his boat for an hour and 17 minutes or hour and 7 minutes. There's a level of trust you have to have with every angler in every tournament. At every single boat tournament, someone can stringer fish. Every single one. There's no tournament that is foolproof of cheating. Same thing in our world. However, our world's a little more difficult to cheat, because you would have to really mess up this fish's digital makeup for me not to be able to tell they're the same. It's normally very, very obvious if they're the same. You would have to do a lot of work to make two fish not look the same. And again, like, here's some more markings. He has a marking there, and there are little markings, like the little dots. Those are in the fish. So if I want to go try and find a little dot in the fish here, those dots are not in the same spot. I don't see the dots in the same spot. So these two fish are clearly different. Now, I'm not going to do that for every single one while we're on this live here, because that would be, kind of daunting for people who are watching. But that is what I do with fish close in size, caught on the same day, even if they're not caught on the same day, because who knows? Maybe they caught the fish, stringered it, and then came back a couple days later to try and measure it. But it's pretty obvious when they are or aren't. So let's move over to Dave McKinley's. Right side down, left side up. He's claiming it's 41.75. Where's the 6ME? The 6ME is right there. It's very visible. 41.75, 41.75. Everything looks good to go there. I will take it off screen and approve it. Now that it's approved, we'll go back. And we'll go through everyone's big fish on the big fish board. 26-inch channel cat here. Everything's 6ME. Everything's good. 26 inches. It's not touching the 1/4-inch line. We'll go to manage entry and we will approve this fish. All right. And then we'll do the big fish real quick for Andrew Green. Andrew Green's a really good angler. I think he just either had a bad month or didn't feel like bringing his board out. So he has a 24-inch channel cat. Is the 6ME in here? It is. You can be in multiple tournaments if you want to be. That's perfectly fine. So it looks like he's in 1, 2, 3 different tournaments. Fish is bumped, right side down, left eye up. 24 inches. 24 inches is what he submitted it at. And we will go and approve that fish. All right. Back to the slot. Let's go back to the slot tournament, because I do want to show you guys something when I am judging slot fish. And I believe we have a few I'm going to have to actually reject. There we go. Slot fish. It's closest to, but not breaking 30 inches. And you have to be achieving max length. So the back of the fish has to be as straight as you can make it. The tail doesn't have to be pinched, but I want to see that upper fin flat. So, like, for instance, this fish right here is immediate DQ because the tail is spread. So we want this to be straight. So if it's close to being a perfect slot fish, that upper fin has to be as straight as humanly possible. So this one, I'm going to go in, and that is an immediate DQ. Let's see here. And when I put the note, tail fin is spread, must be straight in the photo. Upper tail fin is spread. Now, before anyone gets on Skip's case, this is Skip's first slot tournament. He may not have known. Now, I have videos and stuff out there, so I'm not accusing any of these anglers of cheating at all whatsoever. But they may not know how strict we are with the slot fish. So here, this one's a perfect fish. You see that the tail doesn't have to be pinched, but it is. It's bumped. It's as straight as possible, right side down, left side up. H49K. H49K is in the picture. This is a perfectly submitted slot fish, and it's a perfect score, 29.75. So this fish right here, when I go to manage entry, this one's getting approved. But I think Skip, yeah, see, See, Skip, I hope you're watching. So, like this fin right here, this has to be straight. If this fin is straight, this tail's probably crossing 30. So this fish is going to be DQ'd as well. And then let me see other people's fish. So let me see this one. This one, let's see here, is facing up. This will be a DQ as well. So whose picture is this? So Matt Stewart. If you're watching, Matt, this upper tail fin has to be as straight as possible, because I'm not saying it is or it won't be, but in theory, if you drop this fin down, it has a potential of breaking 30 inches. In our slot tournament, you have to be trying to achieve max length and not breaking 30 inches. Let's try and find another perfect score. Well, anything over 29 inches, essentially, if you're spreading the tail, it'll be DQ'd. 29.5, let's see here. All right, let me see here. Oh, I hate when it does that. 29.5. This one, I'll probably let stay because this fin ain't touching this 30-inch line. Even with a spread like that, that ain't touching. That thing might come up to 29.75 tops, but it ain't coming up. So that one I would not DQ. Let's go down. 29.25, 29.75. Okay, let's see this blue cat. 29.75. Straight, straight, straight. Perfect. See, this is another perfect submission. Who submitted this one? This is submitted by Aubrey Boykin. So this 29.75. So see, bumped. The back is straight. This is straight. The tail fin's essentially as straight as you're going to get it. Even if you push this fin down, it ain't breaking that 30-inch mark. No chance. This is a perfect slot submitted fish. Let's keep going. Jeremiah, do you have any perfects? Nope. But 29.5, great example. Bumped, straight, boom, right here. Right there, boom. 29.5. The fin's not spread, the tail's straight. Also, let's go to the online catfishing tournaments page. If you're watching this and you had a fish rejected, let me see here. Videos. I believe I have a how-to. It's here somewhere. There's a how to submit fish online catfishing tournaments, but there's also how to do it specifically for a slot. So you can find that in here somewhere. All right. And we went over it a few times in other live videos. So let me see if there's any more perfectly submitted fish. I don't see any more perfectly submitted fish. So while we're live, Skip, I'm sorry that I'm kind of picking on you, but I do have to DQ this other fish. Here's another great example, 29.5 by Zach Broadley. It's clearly bumped. It's uh-oh. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no, Zach. Oh no. See, I'm even human. Zach, oh no. So I feel really bad, and there's nothing I can do about this, guys. All of Zach's fish are left side down, right side up. These are all getting disqualified. I do, and I don't feel bad because I have said this no less than 100 times in 100 videos this year. So yeah, it just dawned on me. All his fish are left side down, right side up. These are all getting to Zach. I apologize if anyone who knows Zach is watching this. Zach, I will reach out to you on Facebook Messenger and stuff, but that is a black and white rule that we can't break. I really hope this doesn't discourage you from entering future events, but it is something that I have said. I mean, if you go and watch any of these videos that I have posted, I have said it a million times. So Zach, I am sorry, but I will have to go through all these and DQ all these fish. Yeah, that's a bummer, dude. That is a bummer. I'm sorry. Pinger's outdoors event. That fish you said was a perfect on the deck. Is it? Yeah, Pinger. I'm guessing you saw. Pinger. I'm guessing you saw what I just saw too. So guys, blues and channels have to be right side down, left eye up or left side up. Hey Stan, what's up, bud? If that's the Stan, I think it is. If you go to the beginning, I judged all your big fish. Good month so far, by the way. If you're not done or if you're not done fishing, yeah, that's man, I feel really bad about that. But it is what it is. All of us have done that, and yeah, that's a bummer. Let's go over to the regional events real quick. Let's just take a look and see how they're doing. All right, let's see here. Regional. This is the April one. Yep. So this is what, Big Five, I think? Yeah, your Big Five. So Ronnie Beckley, Dave McKinley, Brand Hunter. So this is your Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana Big Five. I actually just got a message from Skip. Skip, I'm messaging Skip right now real quick, guys. I'm like, all right, back to live. Let's go. Okay, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky. Let's see here. Ronnie Beckley, 4425, right side down, left side up. This one is, I believe, the identifier's Big Five. It's bumped 44.25, 44.25. Very good. Let's look at this 43. This particular tournament is kayak and bank only. So let's go to the 43. It's bumped. Identifier. It touching 43. Yep. All right, let's go over. We already looked at Dave McKinley's. I think we already looked at Brandon Hunter's as well. It looks like I got some of these earlier in the month. Jeremiah, 37.75. There we go. Now, this tournament is a little different. Let me show you guys. I'm going to pull it off screen here for 1 second. I know a lot of these guys fished in the Tennessee tournament. So check this out. Check this out. You see this little heat map? Some of these guys. So the beauty, it's a double-edged sword. When you are using the Fishing Chaos app, you can submit fish to every single tournament that you're part of. But the problem is, if you forget that you're in a tournament that you're not in legal waters of, you can still submit it to all those tournaments. So I'm going to have to go through these submissions because I know a lot of these guys in this tournament fished in Tennessee. For this specific tournament, it's Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio waters only. I'm going to have to go find the fish that were submitted in Tennessee and go and DQ those fish. So, yeah, that's a bummer. But back to Skip. So I was just messaging Skip. I'm like, he's asking me what he did wrong. I'm gonna explain to him off the record, but he's still probably gonna win the slot tournament because I unfortunately have to DQ all those fish from Zach. Man, that genuinely hurts my soul when I have to do that. So yeah, that's the process I go through. That wasn't where that was supposed to go. Tournament home. Let me go back to the trail clubs. So if you guys want the true process I go through, go in the very beginning. I show you the full behind the scenes of some of my fish. Then we go to the National Open. We judge some of those fish. We go to the slot. Again, if anyone's watching this from the slot, remember those blues and channels have to be right side down, left side up. I'm even human. After I judged this fish, everything was perfect. I realized after the fact the orientation's off. So I am going to have to go through and DQ all of Zach's fish. Skip he has a couple that I'm going to have to like right here, for instance, like this fish's tail fin is spread. So this has to be straight. Got to DQ this. But yeah, hopefully you guys use this as a learning experience. And I'm going to start looking through some of these fish, get the ones I have to off the board, and start messaging all those anglers for May. All right, Kayak Mike out of here.